dog.
Hello, Your Mother Ate My Dog, the podcast, the episode before Christmas,
Ho, ho, ho.
doing things a little differently today.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, I don't remember what number. Is it 77?
Yeah, sure.
You don't know. Am I evens or am I odds? I can't remember.
Your odds.
Yeah, 77. Episode 77. Violent Night, the Christmas movie we were supposed to do 2 weeks ago. We did it now, which worked out perfectly great.
Perfectly great.
Probably not the last episode before the new year, but the last episode before Christmas. So it's exciting.
This is super exciting.
What are your Christmas plans this year, Jesse?
My Christmas plans. Well, little dinner at the...
Christmas plants.
Oh, my Christmas plants. Oh, yes. Well, nothing out of the ordinary. Some poinsettias. Perhaps some Christmas trees.
Yeah,
That's
poinsettias. That's what I had in mind, too.
Well, great.
But yeah, if you want to talk about your Christmas plans, that's okay, too?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Skipping
Nice.
Christmas this year. Can't afford it. The world's kind of going to poop.
Right.
Poop in a handbasket, if you will. Just, no money anywhere. So...
Certainly not. That's
Okay.
money's overrated anyway. It's more family and joy and having memories,
Yeah, well, we're at a certain age now. It's like, when are you going to have kids for new memories? And we're like, no, thank you, Mom.
Right.
Okay, so this December, we're doing a thing. I'm late to the party where we drink a beer a day.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for the most part, we've done a pretty good job. I think maybe we've only missed one day each.
Right.
And it's been 18 days, which is pretty good.
It's a lot of beer. It's a lot of days.
I mean, I'm gonna say that I've probably had more beer between December the 1st and December the 18th than I have between January 1st and December the 1st this year. 18 beers probably is more than I've had all year.
Yeah, that's a lot to have in 1 month if you're not much of a beer drinker.
Yeah, more of like a gin and tonic, a nice little gin and tonic, maybe a little rum and coke once in a while.
Mm.
I haven't really had any like rum and eggnogs. That's usually a Christmas treat as well, but I can only have one drink a night, and that is beer.
Yeah, you're sort of locked in and you can't have beer too late, which is what I learned today.
Yeah, I can't have beer. Well, I usually have it with dinner.
Well, I suggested we crack our beer for the podcast and talk about today's beer, but you were very much against that idea.
Is that what you're doing? You're drinking it right now?
No, I had it earlier because you didn't want to do it, so I didn't want to be the only one drinking it.
Right, that would be weird. Last week, I was like halfway done when we were doing the podcast and drinking it and talking about it and stuff. This day, not this week, today's beer, a blackberry mojito beer.
Yes.
Kind of different. How do you like it?
I liked it quite a bit. I like sours, but I like sours done right. I think this one is a sour done right. And I really like blackberry flavored things. This one just wasn't sour just for the sake of being sour. It just kind of worked with the flavor. So I'd give this one an 8 out of 10. It's quite delicious.
So you like sours, but you don't like sweets.
I like sour beers sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do not like syrupy sweet beers, which is what we had. I think 2 of the last 4 or something like that have been like that.
Yeah, like dark.
Super dark.
Dark.
Yeah.
The one yesterday it's supposed to have cherry in it, but I didn't really taste any cherry.
I did not like yesterday's that much either.
Today, yeah, I mean, it was good. Who doesn't love a mojito? I'm not a huge blackberry guy.
Okay.
So I give it a 7 out of 10.
Perfectly cromulent.
Have you pulled out the one for tomorrow yet?
I have. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's.
What's tomorrow? The 19th? The 19th?
Tomorrow's the 19th.
Wow, Merry Christmas.
I do feel like December has just been just absolutely flying by.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just just flying by.
It's quite the struggle you're having with that advent calendar.
Flying by.
Flying by. You can't hear me.
Yeah. Ooh, souk. It doesn't have a good souk beer. Yeah, no, it has. This month has been insane, which is great. I hate December, and I'm happy that it's flying by. And this week, we're already Monday down.
Already one day down. Piece of cake.
This is me the toughest week of the year.
Well, for you, I imagine it's living hell.
Today wasn't too bad. Over 100 parcels today.
Whoa.
Which is it's not rare for December, but it's rare every other month of the year.
For like a normal day, that's a lot.
Yeah, Mondays are easily the toughest day of the week. But it gets better from here. So
I love that.
Looking forward to Tuesday, I guess. A steam beer.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant, so I read the description. Sounds pretty delicious.
A hoppy, floral, and herbal. Herbal or herbal?
Herbal.
Caramel mouth. Yeah, it'll be another beer. 5.5. Not bad. I wonder what, we're less than a week away from the big prize in an advent calendar, and that would be December the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that's going to look like.
From my previous years that I've had it, it's just another beer. There's no particular specialness to it. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Very cool.
Well, anything new? What's going on in your life?
Newness? Not a ton of newness. My cat Abel had some dental surgery. It was pretty fun.
That sounds expensive.
It was. It certainly was. But he's doing fine. He's on the up and up. Feeling fine and dandy. Yeah, beyond that, not too much. What about you?
So, this is the cat that makes you brush your other cat's teeth? Is that why he finally had to get dental surgery?
No, it had nothing to do with how much we brushed his teeth. He has like resorptive gum disease or whatever.
Did they just remove teeth?
Yeah.
Is that the surgery?
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Yeah. Not to steal your story, but I also have a cat who has had dental surgery and teeth removed, and he lives a good life.
Gino,
yeah, it doesn't affect him one bit.
Nope. He's a good cat, that Gino.
He's probably has been happier since having his teeth removed. So,
how old is Gino now?
Well, I mean, sometimes I wish that we can just cut him open and count the rings like a tree, but I don't have a good number. I will tell you that I got him February 12th, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had him, just coming up 12 years, and he was alive at the time I got him. So he's at least 12. Right. And I would say he was probably, he hasn't grown at all. So he's at least, I would say, he was at least like 1 when I got him. So I'm going to say that he's at least 13.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere probably between 13 and 15, I would say.
He's getting a little older. Hey, you know what else you can cut like a tree and count the rings?
Tree?
Yeah, Christmas tree. Is there everything okay over there?
Well, we're in the spare room, and the spare room is like the Christmas, the area where like all the wrapping paper and the cars and stuff are on the bed. And
You got cars on your bed?
no, like Christmas cards.
Oh, cards.
Oh, I should have sent you the Christmas card this year. Um, I ran out of stamps, so
That's okay.
that was an issue. But which reminds me of a story that I have for you in a second. But yeah, and then there's a cat who likes to just
Hit
be a
all the
menace.
things.
He just stepping on the container of Christmas cards,
Well, that's
which is
that's
fine.
good. That's good of
It's
him.
it's plastic. Um. Okay. So a few weeks ago, I forgot to tell you this. A few weeks ago, I was delivering mail as I
Mm-hmm.
do. In you know where Mayfair Mall is.
I do know where Mayfair Mall is.
Okay. Well, in that general area, there's across from Mayfair Mall, across on the Douglas side, there's a Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the Starbucks is quite the big industrial area. They have a lot of,
Yes.
um, yes, a lot of industrial stuff,
Yes.
companies, and well, that was my route was kind of delivering mail in that area to all those
Colonial
businesses and stuff.
countertops.
Um, yes, Colonial Countertops, exactly. That was one of the places
Mm-hmm.
that I delivered, and around there, I ran into your father,
Oh.
stepfather, in his. Does he own a pickup truck?
Yep.
Yeah, he was like he was. It wasn't at Colonial Countertops, but it was around there. He was.
Mm.
Start with a P. Trying to find what business it was. Not that it matters, but him and some other dude um, were just there, and I delivered a package to this other dude. He's like, "Okay, thank you," but I don't think he saw me. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see him. I didn't want, it was like 11 a.m. I didn't want to start a conversation and be like, "Oh, do you know who I am?"
Right.
Okay, wait. Where am I here? Douglas Bay? No. Gorge. Does he like work around there?
Yes. He
Okay.
works at Polaris.
Polaris. That's what it was. Start with a P. See?
There you
That's
go.
cool.
When I used to deliver water, they take the water from the company that I delivered water for, so I'd get to see my dad once every couple of weeks.
I deliver water. I did on a route to Canadian Springs as well. There's this woman who sits at the front desk.
Kimberly.
Eh, sure, yeah. She's a piece of work. I'll tell you.
She's not the nicest lady in the world.
Grumpy is all hell.
Yes. You
I
should
like
just.
leave her like I leave like a package, and I
Mm-hmm.
like wait. I wait for her to be like, "Oh, thank you," or like acknowledge me at all. But she doesn't. So then I'm like, "Okay, have a good day. I'm out of here."
Right. But you could start up conversation. You say, "Hey, did a guy named Jesse used to work here?" And then when she answers, you just say, "Fuck you," and you just walk out.
Um, yeah. Well, I mean, I could because in like 2 weeks I'm no longer like a month, 3 weeks. I'm no longer going to be delivering in Langford, so it doesn't matter. I can make as many enemies as I want.
There you go. Sounds like the plan.
Um, yeah. Speaking of enemies,
Yes.
speaking of man with plan, Violent Night,
Right.
2022 film about Santa Claus and John Leguizamo.
Right. He was in this for sure.
Hey, look, he died an amazing death. I'll give him that.
That was a highlight.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this. I apologize for the movie choice. It
Mm-hmm.
has it has a relatively high Rotten Tomato score for the film, but it also like what type of film it is, but it also has a high IMDb score. So I
What
thought that was strange.
baffling for sure. Baffling.
6.7.
Yeah, that is a bit of a surprise. I will say that. I guess for me, I find the genre of Christmas movie is perhaps a little hard to get into. Like it's a pretty beloved genre in terms of like people have their favorites, like their classics, and then I don't know how many newer Christmas movies I've really enjoyed. I mean, Elf maybe is the most recent one, but that came out 15 years ago now. Um, but I think all modern Christmas movies I've seen, I haven't really super enjoyed, and this one is no exception.
This is a Christmas movie, but it's not really a Christmas movie. It's just Santa,
R-
basically. Like it's not really
right.
they don't really because when you think of Christmas movie, you think of like a family, which obviously there's a family in this movie, but they're all coming. I think of National Lampoon Christmas Vacation when I think of a Christmas movie.
Right.
But
Well, Beverly D'Angelo is in. That's a much better
yeah,
movie.
yeah, she was something terrible was happening to her.
Yeah, that was. She only really ever did those movies, those types of movies, like the Christmas or the National Lampoon's movies, really. And this was, I don't know, she probably for good reason.
Yeah, I didn't mind David Harbour as Santa Claus. I thought he was perfectly fine,
Yes,
but the acting wasn't terrible in this. Just the film wasn't great, predictable,
predictable, just
boring.
boring, terrible writing. Like some of the shit that these people had to say, I felt so bad, and it was some cringy stuff too. Cringed a few times.
The little girl was annoying.
No Girl was annoying. John Leguizamo, I was not a
Oh,
fan.
yeah, yeah. He had bad,
But
more like bad Leguizamo.
yeah, exactly. Bad Leguizamo. That was. I don't know if I've seen a movie that he's in that he's done a good job, except maybe Tu Wong Fu. He was pretty good in that.
Yeah, he was great in it.
Yeah, yeah. But some of the other stuff I've seen him in, it's a little lackluster.
This is the third Leguizamo movie we've seen this year.
Tu Wong Fu, Mario Brothers movie in this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
quite the quite the resume. Um, yeah, there were some good parts. I mean, when David Harbour finds the sledgehammer, starts beating guys up the first time, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was surprisingly violent for sure.
Yes, very gory and violent. I wish the movie had more of that stuff going on for sure. Especially like the first half hour of this movie was just so boring and not interesting. And like every member of the family were just so boring and flat. And like it was
And yeah,
very
useless.
apparent. It was like, okay, they had some money for like some big name actors, and then they just like scraped the bottom of the barrel for the rest. What'd you say you cut out there?
I think I'm very delayed.
Oh, are you?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I can't remember, but it's not great.
No, it was, yeah, very stood out a lot. It's like, okay, these people are maybe new to acting, um, bottom of the bottom of the barrel stuff, not fantastic.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was the movie.
Yeah, it's not too much to talk about. When it got violent, it was good. Should have had more of that.
Well, yeah, okay. So yeah, the first part was very boring. Um, they need maybe I just like movies that start up quickly.
Uh
They don't
huh.
need to set everything up.
Right.
That would have been. Apparently, there's a sequel in the works.
There is. Yeah. I mean, it made pretty good money. It did well in the box office, which is surprising to me.
Yeah, a lot of Home Alone stealing, but then them being like, "Oh, I love Home Alone," so it's not really
Right.
stealing.
Right. They literally just said like Home Alone. They mentioned it many times. Um. Yeah, and the whole like subplot of like the money that was in the vault and like like that was so stupid. It's like they were really struggling to get this plot moving along. It could have been done way better.
Yeah, I mean, Santa had a cool backstory. Being a
Mm-hmm.
Viking for many a years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but then they just really didn't do much with it. So, oopsies. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Just definitely needed more David Harbour and just like cut out the pointless side characters. And like
Yeah.
the really like weird there was like one of the guys, I think his name was Krampus, his code name Krampus. He was just like way over the top. But there was a problem. That was a problem with some of the characters. They were just like super over the top, like the young influencer type kid. It's like insufferable.
You had a problem with Krampus?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the actor who plays Krampus, his name is Brandon Fletcher.
Uh
He
huh.
was born in the Comox Valley and went to junior high school at Lake Trail in Courtney, British Columbia. So he was one of the best things in the film.
Well, I didn't know that, but I don't think that really changes my opinion.
He has 4 Gemini Award nominations.
Oh shit. Okay, I
He
take it
he
all
was in
back.
the Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. Apparently,
He was in The Revenant.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's what it says. He was also in Airbud.
Oh, he was in Airbud. Well, that just changes everything.
I speaking of Airbud, we've been watching House, starting season 1 of House, and it's been really fun. That's what I did this weekend. Basically, I watched House
What does that have to do with Airbud?
because in season 1 of House, the main Airbud guy, Kevin something, was he was in one of the episodes. So,
Oh, okay.
and
Nice.
it turns out there's a lot of Airbud movies.
Yo, yeah, 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 yeah.
Also, the same guy who was in Airbud was in Most Valuable Primate, the
Uh,
first one,
oh, Jesus.
where
Yeah.
the monkey plays hockey.
Right. Yeah. I mean that's my favorite my favorite genre. Really is animal does sports movies.
Is that what we're watching for the next movie?
That is not what we're watching for the next movie at all. No.
Okay,
Are
where are
we
we at
doing?
here?
By the way, is the next episode going to be like a wrap up episode, or is the next episode going to be watching a movie episode?
We can watch a movie. We don't have to do like a full episode of wrap up. We can just do like a mini wrap up in the next episode or whatever.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because like you don't really watch movies, and I'll just look at because I've been thinking about it, and when you said my favorite movie of the year wasn't even a movie that had a good score, I think I'm in the same boat. So that should be a fun conversation um, between Josh and Jesse.
Jesse and Josh, they call themselves Hammer Sauce. Hey, um, can you resend the link to like the spreadsheet for the scores when you get a chance? Doesn't have to be right now, but like later on.
Yeah, right now it is.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want to do the scores for the movie since there's nothing else to talk about?
Yeah, we
That
can
was
get
just
over to the scores for sure.
What's your name? Okay. Well, why don't you get started with your acting score for Violent Night, the Santa Claus movie starring David Harbour.
Yeah, okay. So this was a comedy, partly a comedy, but I don't think many of these people had great comedy acting chops. It's just it didn't work. John Leguizamo, I mean, not funny, just stupid. David Harbour, I mean, he was the best for sure, and he genuinely have some comedic moments. Most of everyone else fell flat, and it was just ended up being just more annoying than it was funny. Um, yeah, the action. I don't know. The acting wasn't good. Obviously, it was quite lackluster. I'd give it a 4 out of 10.
That's fair. That's fair. I didn't hate the acting.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like the worst acting we've ever seen. It wasn't good by any means. I'm going to give it a 5, but
Okay.
David Harbour he was perfectly fine. John Leguizamo was garbage. He kind of, I don't know. It was just another movie, another paycheck to him, you know.
Right.
But the side characters weren't bad. They weren't terrible. 5 out of 10.
Okay.
I guess I'll do ending first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the ending was as predictable of these kind of movies as you can get, really.
Yes.
I mean, I was kind of surprised to see him get shot.
Yeah.
I was also surprised to see how he murdered John Leguizamo.
That
I
was
mean, that
pretty
was
sweet.
that was cool. But so for that, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Um, but like them, oh, if I believe, we'll save his life. He'll be alive again. It's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like this movie was like trying to be kind of like a family PG movie, but also chopping people's heads off with figure skates.
Mm-hmm.
But it just didn't. Normally, I'd be like, oh, that's great, but it didn't really land all that well. So a 6 out of 10 for ending.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point I wanted to bring up. Was I was having a hard time understanding who the target audience was supposed to be for this, because there was like when, especially like with the daughter and talking to Santa and all that. Like it's like, okay, this it's like family movie sort of feel to it. But then yeah, there was when it got violent, it did get quite violent. And then when some of the jokes was that supposed to be funny to an adult or a kid? I was really struggling to find that out. So it kind of got a little. It was confused in that sense. But the ending, yeah, I mean, the way John Leguizamo died, that was pretty badass. I liked that part. But as soon as, um, David Harbour got shot, it's like I knew. I was like, oh, they're gonna believe, and then he'll be brought back. It's like super, super predictable, and it was kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Give it a 4 out of 10 as well for the ending.
I give it a 6, but
I meant like to match my acting score. I would give this a 4.
oh, okay. Well, would you like to go first for your full score, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first for my full score. Yeah, I think just as a general um, summary, I would say probably skip this one. Maybe watch on YouTube the parts where he fights with the hammer. That part's kind of cool. But yeah, it's not really a Christmas movie, and there's just so many good Christmas movies, and it's hard to not compare this to those. Um, the heartfelt moments were just kind of fell flat. There was some terrible acting. It wasn't funny that much, really. Just kind of skip it would be my suggestion. I give this a 3.5 out of 10. Pretty
Oh.
disappointing.
Yeah, 3.5. That's fair because I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10,
Okay.
which I guess is kind of insane because the last. Wait, was John Leguizamo in Crash? No, right? No, I'm
No.
thinking of Michael. It's Michael Pena. Oops, sorry. Um, because the last four I gave was Crash, so I guess that's kind of similar. And then Ghost Rider. Oh, that was a good movie. Yeah,
I'd rather watch Ghost Rider than this.
Ghost Rider 2. There's a sequel. Yeah, 4 out of 10. Acting and ending weren't bad. It was just like it was boring. I got to a certain point. It's like do I just stop watching the movie and just like fake it?
Right.
But I didn't. I finished it. It didn't catch my attention. The fighting scenes were fine. Like they were entertaining, but everywhere else, I didn't care about the family. Like, and if they would have died, great. If the bad guys shot them, excellent. I'm happy that the actor guy, like I knew it was going to happen, but I was like, great, let him die. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, 4 out of 10. It was a movie picked with good intentions,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't work out. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Violent Night. You had to pick a Christmas movie. There's a lot of Christmas movies out there, but they're all romance based these days. As I see, you logged into my Crave to watch the movie. You would have looked and you would have seen that. Recently added all these Christmas movies about bakeries and love. Netflix, same thing. You never see violent movies about Christmas like this one. Well, I do have bad news.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting rid of my Crave. So.
Oh, that's totally fine. That was the first time I'd used it in months.
Okay. So, Violent Night. 2022 film, David Harbour. I don't know when we're going to do the next podcast, but assuming that it's in 2023, what is the final movie of the year that we're going to watch?
Well, I was thinking of, for this one, I was like, I'm thinking of actors that I like. I went to Willem Dafoe. I was like, maybe not. I went to Heath Ledger. There was a couple good options there, possibly, but I decided against it. Then I settled on Tom Hardy, who I've only seen, I think, 3 of his movies or something like that, but I've liked all his performances.
He was
So
in The Revenant with Krampus.
He was what?
He was in The Revenant with Krampus.
Right. He was in The Revenant with Krampus. And so I've decided to pick a Tom Hardy film. It's a film called Bronson.
Okay, great. I have not even heard of this one.
It looks kind of crazy and kind of interesting and fun.
Oh yes, I do remember seeing this, like the cover of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix. Wonderful.
I don't even have Netflix. So yeah, low budget. I kind of was attracted to that as well. Quite a low budget. So quite interested.
Oh, I just read. I, I just read the IMDb synopsis of it, and I feel like I'm not gonna like it. A young man who was sentenced to
Oh,
7 years in prison for
okay.
robbing a post office.
Oh, yeah. I should have considered that. Well, it'll hit
I'm
home.
very delayed on your side, by the way.
Yeah, I can kind of hear me talking, and then a few seconds later, hear me coming through your microphone. Just
Maybe I'm the
barely hear
problem.
it does. Okay, well, there's that. Bronson.
Okay, should be fun.
Yes.
2008, Bronson. Great. Yeah, who knows when we're going to do that? But next, I mean, I'm sure you have time next week.
I don't see why next Thursday shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Next Thursday should not be a problem. No, I don't think because Survivor's over.
Right.
It's just the week of 3-day work week. So yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Perfect.
And we'll talk about our favorite memories of the year, 2023. We'll have watched 38 movies, 2023.
That's pretty solid.
We watched 39 last year.
Well, shit.
Well, still though, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah. It was just because I went to Samoa for so long. It's all my fault.
It's all your fault. 2008 was an interesting year. Can you name another interesting year?
I can name an interesting year such as 2003.
Ooh, close. The year 2000.
That was
I
a
was
good
9.
one. Y2K.
You were 8.
I was.
December 15th. So end of the year. Basically 23 years ago. 5 movies came out.
Right.
And we have to figure out which ones they were without looking them up.
Let's do it. Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so the first one is a Columbia Pictures film.
Yep.
28 million in its second week. Adventure action thriller film starring Chris O'Donnell, who you may know as Robin.
Right.
From Batman.
Right. He also did. What was that movie he did? Oh, there's a movie where he also plays like. Who's the next actor?
Robin Tunney.
Oh boy.
Who I believe was also in House, episode 1. Season 1, episode 1 of House, starring Robin Tunney. It wouldn't help you, I guess, but
I don't see any.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton of Chris O'Donnell movies. He was in Scent of a Woman, but that was like back in the 90s. Bill
Paxton's?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, the tagline. The tagline is "Hold your breath."
No idea. Simply no idea.
Okay, what if I told you the plot?
Okay, tell me the plot.
Trapped near the summit of K2, the world's second highest mountain, Annie Garrett radios to base camp for help. Brother Peter hears Annie's message and assembles a team to save her and her group before they succumb to K2's unforgiving elements. But as Annie lays injured in an icy cavern, the rescuers face several terrifying events that could end the rescue attempt and their lives.
Not a clue.
Me neither. It's called Vertical Limit.
Haven't heard of it.
Pretty cool name. No, me neither. Okay. Second movie is a Walt Disney film. Only made $9 million in its first week. It's an adventure, animation, comedy, family, fantasy film starring David Spade.
David Spade, he's in The Emperor's New Groove, but did that come out in the 2000? In 2000? Yeah, you know what? I think you should go with Emperor's New Groove.
Because, what other David Spade Disney movies are there?
No idea.
John Goodman was the second actor. It was The Emperor's New Groove.
Okay. That's a good one.
Third film is a Universal film. 213 million in its fifth week.
Whoa.
Family comedy fantasy film starring Jim Carrey. It's the year 2000. Jim Carrey family comedy fantasy film. Liar Liar came out in the 90s, didn't it?
Yeah, if I were to guess, I mean...
But it wouldn't be a fantasy, so...
Year 2000. It's not. Well, I think this is one definitely. If you give us the second one, we're gonna know exactly what movie it is. Wait.
Oh, you're right. It's Taylor Momsen.
Do you know who that is? Because I don't.
I do not know who that is. No.
Oh boy, that's a problem. Who's the third?
Jeffrey Tambor.
What the hell came out in the year 2000 with Jim Carrey in it that made that much money? It's not. It's not The
Yeah.
Mask. The Mask is late 90s.
Plus, the second actor would be Cameron Diaz, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not The Cable Guy. It's not. It's definitely not How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's not.
Oh no, it is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Jeffrey Tambor is in that. He's the mayor. Taylor Momsen must be the little girl.
That made that much money.
Oh, probably.
But this also, it came out in September.
No, this is December 2000. December 15th, 2000.
Oh, I thought you said September. Okay.
Oh,
it is definitely How the Grinch Stole Christmas then.
it is, yeah. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Good call.
That is crazy.
The year 2000. Good movie. The fourth and second to last film. 13 million in its first week. 20th Century Fox. It's probably going to be another Christmas movie. Well, it's a comedy science fiction film starring Ashton Kutcher. So,
is that The Butterfly Effect?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is The Butterfly Effect.
I don't know I don't think he's been in any of their sci-fi movies.
It's not The Butterfly Effect.
Oh gosh, that's a problem. Ashton Kutcher.
Is he in The Butterfly Effect 2?
Maybe.
He's not.
Oh.
Well, maybe he is, but it's not. It's not the film. Comedy, science fiction. Okay. Comedy, science fiction. The first actor is Ashton Kutcher. The second actor is Sean William Scott. So you're telling me that Dude, Where's My Car is a science fiction film?
No, I mean, no, it's not. But is that what they're trying to tell us?
Yeah, the film is Dude, Where's My Car? Comedy, science fiction, Ashton Kutcher.
What science fiction thing happens in that movie? Oh, there's aliens, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's aliens.
Well, that was a good podcast movie. Dude, Where's My Car ended up making $73 million worldwide.
What a fucking joke. I mean, what? Teach their own.
It's a joke. What do you mean? Did you not watch the movie? I couldn't locate a single joke. Okay. The last movie here is Paramount Pictures film, 33 million in its first week. Maybe this will be a Christmas movie. It's a comedy romance starring Mel Gibson.
Comedy romance starring Mel Gibson.
There was one film that came to mind right away.
Okay, which one?
What Women Want.
Okay, that's probably around the 2000. That sounds right to me.
Have you heard of this film?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Helen Hunt.
Right.
The second actor. Yeah, it is What Women Want. We're in the 43rd percentile.
It's like right in the middle. Not bad.
The Butterfly Effect would have been made much more sense than Dude, Where's My Car?
It really would have. If only we knew Vertical Limit.
Yeah, whatever. Vertical Limit kind of hurt us there.
Sometimes you just ain't never heard of a movie.
Yeah. Vertical Limit 2000 film. Maybe add that to our list. It has 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
It's kind
apparently not that good.
Well, that's sometimes. I did almost pick a bad movie on purpose for this week, but I thought, maybe end it with a mystery. I don't know if this one is going to be good or bad. I have no idea.
I think you have some sort of idea.
Well, my guess is it'll probably be better than it is bad. but it wasn't certainly not a pick like Double Team.
It has a similar IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes score as Violent Night. Let's just keep that in mind.
Right. Well, it's not running up against much.
Right.
Okay, well, this has been a success, I think.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch the movie. Literally, it ends and I jump onto the podcast and talk about how garbage it is.
It's nothing better. It's nothing better.
Next episode probably will not be the same.
Right.
But it's fun when it happens sometimes.
And hey, I wish everyone a happy holidays. Especially you, Josh. I hope you have a very nice Christmas with your family and you do lots of fun stuff and get all the things you wanted from Santa Claus.
And to you as well, yeah. We're at a certain age now where it's like we don't really do presents. We just kind of do Secret Santa, and then somebody, I don't know what you're doing.
Sorry. I don't know why I decided now was the time to do this. Yeah, there you go. No presents? What?
Yeah, we just kind of do a Secret Santa with the family, and kind of save our money, and we have a nice little thing. So this year, since you never asked me about my plan, we're doing Christmas with my family on the weekend. So Christmas Day is on Monday.
Yeah. Huh?
So Saturday is kind of our Christmas with the family, and then we spend Christmas here with the cats ourselves. Kind of nice and relaxing. So yeah, that's looking forward to that. Looking forward to 4 days off and eating food and eating chocolate and missing my beer advent calendar.
Right.
Should have bought a second one, so then I should have bought 11 more and then just did it once a year or once a month.
But yeah, and just become an alcoholic.
And then just take 6 days off at the end or whatever. It'll be the same beer every time. Or I keep the box and then I just put in 24 beer.
Right.
Randomly.
You get someone to buy 24 for you and put them in random holes. And then it's like a brand new advent calendar. Whenever you want.
Right. On my beer, for tomorrow, there's a date sticker.
Right. It's October 12th or something.
Mine says November the 8th.
Oh, mine was in October. You got some fresher shit.
Yes. So hopefully that means that's not when it's best before. Also, I looked up how to make beer in your bathtub, and there are like beer making kits which seem interesting and not that expensive, and maybe something that I look at down the line, but maybe not like the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's notorious for being particularly easy.
And the odds that it's going to taste good probably not very high. At least the first time when you don't know anything. So
right, yeah, unless you get lucky.
Maybe for Christmas somebody will buy me a beer making kit.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyone listening? I'm sure your girlfriend listens to every episode.
No.
Yeah, mine doesn't listen to ours either. That's okay. They got other shit going on.
That's okay. Yeah, no, we listen, and that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, I listen to it every episode.
Well, I mean, somebody listens to it.
Somebody must be.
I mean, we have people who listen, which is nice. So we haven't talked about it, but every year Spotify does a Wrapped as well. Just kind of getting this at the end here. I sent it to you. You probably watched it, but did you see what our top episode was?
I didn't see that. No.
Our top episode was episode 59, which you may remember being the Jackie Chan film The Foreigner.
Oh. So, like, how popular was it? Did it say that, or just said that's the most popular one?
It says it was streamed 103% more than our average episode. So twice as much, basically.
Oh. So like instead of one person, it was like two people.
Well, no. I mean, it doesn't have our
Okay, that's
highest.
pretty successful then, I'd say.
It doesn't have our highest play number for the year, which so it doesn't make any sense to me. Because like Waterworld did really well as well for some reason.
It's a popular movie, of course.
Like the bad movies did well. Like, well, Mulholland Drive was pretty good,
Oh yeah.
but Snowpiercer was alright too. Anyways, we'll get into this next week. We'll talk about the the things that happened, the
Absolutely.
movies we watched,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll watch Bronson about a guy who robs a post office, and I'll be sad about it.
Can't wait. Okay, well,
All right,
too.
Jesse. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. So,
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll get skedaddle out of here.
yeah, long day. So I gotta head to bed and sleep, and then have another long day, and then repeat, rinse and repeat. You know, that's what we say in the business.
Okay, bye bye.
Goodbye.